You have won the match.
Wow. That hug. That was some match, wasn't it?
That hug?
That little hug at the end.
Oh.
So I'm Stacy. I'm here at Epic Headquarters with Jim Brown, Pete Nepley, and Cindy Rosberger. Hi, Pete. How are you today?
Pete's out sick today, so we replaced him with someone cuter.
Yes, and he has laryngitis, so he's not able to talk today. Actually, Pete is in the chat, I believe, talking to people. He's out sick. A lot of us got sick during the weekend that we had.
What happens when you shake so many hands?
You shake a lot of hands. A lot of people sitting in that same room playing.
And stay up till 5 a.m. drinking. But
Pete agrees
that's a whole
with
other
me.
story.
Who did that?
I won't mention any names.
Yeah, I took the few pictures that
they'll be
explain.
out.
I took them out, but we do have pictures of people coming in a little bit too late. So we had a great event over the weekend.
We did.
We had a lot of people from the competitive community. We had a lot of programmers in. We had Raxi in. Thank you so much, Raxi. Raxi came in and worked.
I was going to say, he didn't really enjoy the event as much as he just kind of showed up and disappeared upstairs to work. It was really strange.
He messaged me very early in the morning on Sunday. He said, "Hey, can I come in now?" And I said, "Sure." I went down, let him in, and he came up and sat at the Linux computer and went to it.
Yeah,
So
all the programmers seem to just go upstairs and do magic things. I don't know.
do their little Linuxy stuff. So yeah, we had a really great time. We want to thank everybody who showed up. We saw some great UT. We saw some amazing skill.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see the group we had out before, who were some very experienced players, but the game wasn't quite far enough long yet to really support, I think, kind of the competitive level play that we were seeing this time around. And not only DM, but CTF, we had some pretty insane matches.
State.
What's that? Yeah, and we
State.
actually have a ready state, so you can do real matches now.
Yes.
So just the progress in the game, and then their familiarity with it.
Well, sure, they play a lot. I know that Blah and Chumbo are on constantly playing. Obviously, I mean, it's just amazing that how well they know deck.
We did have a dev versus community event, which I think we're going to talk about later. Let's just say that the dev team was unprepared for how well practiced and coordinated the community team actually was.
It was pretty incredible.
But we still made 2 caps.
Two. They were convinced they weren't going to get any.
Which, if you went 2 times 2 times 2, what is that? 2 to the 4th was their score, something like that?
It was about 14, 15, 16, something
16
like that.
to 2.
16
to 2.
Yeah. But a valiant effort.
What? Okay.
It was fun. We had a good time.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Everybody had a good time, except for Nick Donaldson. He was swearing a lot, I think.
Yeah.
So.
But that was the monitor, not
Yeah.
Yes,
that's right.
He did have a bad monitor, or so he said until I took over and did.
Well, it was funny watching everybody. We have a few 144 hertz monitor in the playtest lab, and everybody. As soon as the competitive
4,
players
actually,
came in,
I
they
think,
just they dove right for those ones. So, which I totally understand. So let's take a look at some pictures from the event. What do you think?
Shelly, if you want to switch over.
Hi, Pete. It was nice to have you here on the couch. Are you going to stay?
Can I make this bigger?
The middle little button right there.
Oh, I can actually go full
oh, wait,
screen?
no, okay.
That's crazy.
Is
Okay.
that crazy?
No, that's not crazy.
Look at that.
So it's just just some shots from us hanging out in the playtest lab.
This was our first little breakout session.
Actually, that must have been Saturday, I think. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, this was Saturday. So people showed up on Friday nights. Some people did show up on Friday night. Some people got in Saturday.
And it was so funny seeing a lot of the guys came in with their Unreal Tournament shirts from the store. I was like, did I send them shirts? And the one guy said, Bubba, he said, I had it in
the second I saw it in the stream, it was in my
it was
inbox.
In the stream, it was sitting there waiting. So he put it right in his cart. And Rexy also had one. There's Rexy right there. And there's the other.
And Zach, who you've never actually seen. There he is.
Raxy,
the mysterious
working.
Zach.
Somebody said, "Oh, I can do a blank screen too," but for some reason the picture just came out very bright.
We should do a contest. Put a good screen on there.
Yes,
Sounds
we'll do
dangerous.
that after our caption this contest. That's a good idea.
Our flag over there hiding in the background. Photobombing.
Such a good photobomb. That's the Chaos photobomb. And there's Raxy actually playing, and Raxy's also very good. what would this be? Maybe I did put in
Cool boy
one
shot.
little. And this is Whale. He's playing. He's also very good. It's amazing to me how good the programmers are. This was one of the matches.
Yeah, it was Chumbo with his custom keyboard. He has
It says Unreal on it.
Unreal across the top. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's very loud.
The very
clicky,
clackety
clicky. I
keyboard.
like that. I like
Yeah,
feedback.
like
on
clicky
mine.
buttons.
And there are the Linux nerds over in their little corner playing. It's Pete and Raxi. And that is me and our flag, the Chaos dude. It was really cool meeting him because I've known him since the first UT. And there's Bubba in the middle, known him for a long time, and Rush on our slide.
Trying not to die on the slide.
Holding on for dear life. And there he is with Malcolm. And and that couch may look familiar. Our flag tended to get a little tired sometimes.
funny.
So here's our group
All
photo.
of us at the end.
That was and Cafe there in the background. He
Food. Nobody wants to see food. Let's do that.
he Chumbo's big hat just kept blocking his
Yeah,
face out every
I feel
single
bad for him.
picture.
He's a good guy. He didn't get in the picture.
And there is our little dinner that we had at Five Guys.
And then we have some more shots.
These are from Owned Well.
From the Owned Well team.
OwnedWell.com, and they are also on Facebook at /OwnedWell and Twitter. And that's where I got my shirt for today. And these are some of their pictures. It's Paco in front of Malcolm. And there's Chumbo, Mess, Blah, and Paco. The four troublemakers.
kind of a crew,
This
yeah.
is Noelle. This is one of their friends. This girl's also been playing UT for a long time, and she lives close by, and she came down to visit. So maybe we can have her come in next time. I don't know.
That's another one that'll need a caption at some point. Yeah, just saying.
Somebody's not going to be pleased.
Look, he's all dressed up. What's up with that?
So this is from their night out. Although Paco did get home early.
I noticed
He was
that they're
home
all
at 1
blurry.
o'clock.
I think this is kind of how their vision was the next day as well. That's fine, yeah.
Yep. And there's all the guys after they
There
won
we
the
go.
prizes. And outside, a nice clear picture. That's Rush. And this one's Paco and Zach. RZE in the chat. Everybody say hello to Zach. And this was outside afterwards. Oh, this is when they were leaving. This was the sad time. There are some blurry pictures, huh? Oh, these were taken from right from the webcam. These were screenshots from the webcam.
Yeah, we streamed the whole weekend for anybody who missed it. So all the matches that we played were going.
There
and
we go.
some of
Awesome.
some of our conversations that we had some good roundtable
Yeah.
conversations.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put that match that you guys saw before this stream. We're going to put that one up. We're going to put our Q&A up, and there were a couple other little videos we have to go through, and because there's a lot of empty space in the middle there.
Yeah.
So we'll go through them and we'll put some videos up. But for today, we'll put the Q&A up that we did in the arena. There's some background noise and stuff like that, but there was some great questions asked, and so we'll put that up, and then we'll also put up Chumbo and Blaze
Yeah.
unbelievable
I'd love to
game.
get those on the featured matches section of the launcher at some point as well, so you guys can kind of see how competitive players are playing, or more experienced players are getting through the
Yeah.
maps and doing things. So.
It's actually quite fun playing because I played a few matches against Blair and against Chumbo, just to kind of try and get back into it, and it was a pretty humbling experience, being a little bit disconnected from the actual pro level play for a couple years, I don't know, 10 years now or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
it's been
Yes.
a while.
Well, back when we had the Sniper Arena clans and matches, and we had leagues and everything, Blow was a member of that, and he was amazing back then.
Oh wow, okay, so he has been around for a while.
He has
Yeah.
really been around. I mean, that
He's
was
way
about
too young to
15
be
years
around that
ago.
long. Yeah.
I think he was like 15 when he was
Yeah.
doing it, but he was really, really good, and he was a brat. But he was always we had members of our clan, and we were always playing against them, and he was always one of the top players in clan base. So it was really cool getting to finally meet him, and some of the other guys I played with them too. And we had Bubba here. He's a server admin. He's been taking care of the Epic Game servers for a few years. He answers a lot of questions on the
Admin
forums.
on the forums,
He's
yeah.
an admin on the forum. So it was really great to finally see these guys and Chaos. And later on today, I'm going to post the new Chaos logo. So we will have that for
okay.
you later today. Flag was really nice to share that with us. So we'll have that for you later today so you can grab it. Now I also got a picture of some pink proxy mines. So I might put those up too. So we also had some breakout sessions.
Yep.
Steve took some of the guys, the programmers, and talked to them for a while.
Yeah, they went off in the mystery closet and did whatever magic programmers do. I don't know.
We have no clue what happened in there.
So they can speak freely without,
Without the crazy art influence or design influence.
Yes.
No, we did. We had, so rather than do too many large breakout sessions this time, we did kind of micro sessions, which was nice because we get kind of different perspectives. And we have the one video that we'll show where we tried to get everybody around the table. It's kind of hard to mic up that many people, so the audio is a little hit and miss. But we got a lot of really good feedback.
Always in the background.
And it was interesting to see some of the changes that we've implemented and how it's affected the game over time. We learned the glory of rocket jumping this weekend, for example. And it was something that we always wanted, but to see people kind of use it and abuse it.
Actually, I believe Matt already started working on some of
Yeah.
that stuff too in response to that, so we're already churning some of the feedback we got this weekend too.
Yeah,
so.
we got a lot of feedback on a lot of little things. And I think hopefully people will start seeing some changes over time. There was nothing like major this time around where, oh, this system is coming online, or hey, this thing is majorly broken. But just based off the feedback from this weekend, we're making changes to translocator, we're making changes to some of the weapons. We're looking at power-ups in a few cases.
That translocator.
That translocator.
CTF.
Love it or hate it.
CTF in general, I guess, was a kind of a nice side effect of having lots of hardcore CTF guys there, was that we had more of a CTF focus this time around. Last time was more TDM deathmatch.
We were a little bit casual with, we figured, we'll put together our group of kind of the top developer players, and we play every day. We figured we figured that we wouldn't win, but we didn't realize that these guys, not only do they play every day, but they play every day together.
Yes.
And they were very coordinated, and they had all the trick moves down, and they were doing everything that we wanted, which was great, because that's exactly what
doesn't necessarily come from them being a core group of guys that always play together or anything. It's just them having all that experience and naturally gelling together as CTF players, right?
They
play so well.
I definitely
together.
thought that CTF was going to be less painful than TDM, but it kind of ended up being the opposite of that. So.
No, I mean, they had very
We have those
well-defined
matches
roles.
too
They were
recorded,
timing
so-
power-ups. They were timing power-ups in our base. They were running flag carriers. They were doing trick jumps, and it was really cool. It was great to see that people can use all of those systems as we intended at skill levels much higher than us.
We'll get there
you
eventually.
play, and people in the company, we have different skill levels here too, and we'll have certain people play, and they'll play against somebody like Sydney, and they're like, oh my gosh, he's so amazing, he's so good, and he is. Sydney's a really, really great player, and then you get these guys who
She's talking about you like you're not in the room.
and then you get these guys who come in who this is like they've been playing for all these years, and they're not working on the game all the time. They are going in and figuring out what's wrong and the movement and stuff like that, and it's just amazing to watch.
Well, it's nice to see, because it tells me that we're on the right path to getting enough depth with the game, that it's not just this shallow run around and shoot things.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it than that if you spend the time to kind of really dig in and learn it, which is good.
And it was really cool to see that it's really fun to watch, to be one of the people sitting in the audience, because we had people cheering, people on and watching the games, and watching these guys play is really a lot of fun to see the things that they do and the stuff that they come with.
And that's before we've added in any of our plans for spectating stuff. So just the core game being fun to watch, I think is cool too.
Yeah.
And then we also had a Q&A, like you said, in the arena. So we learned a lot from there, too. We also took questions from people.
Yeah, we were doing a live stream of that as well. So start popping questions now, because we'll answer a few in a minute, probably.
So one of the things that the guys were really disappointed was that Chris Perna showed them some artwork and actually gave them a fly-through of a map.
Yes.
And they're not allowed to talk about it or show any pictures yet.
Yes,
They
we're
can
doing
say
this
it.
funny thing where we're doing this community project driven by the community, but we have this awesome map that we've built internally. Our visual guys have really been going to town on it. Sadly, it is not playable yet, so we don't want to show it. And when we do, we want it to just kind of be this big reveal where we have a really good example of how to build a map for UT.
Yeah, because we're basically setting all kinds of precedents with that, right? We're sort of
Yeah.
trying to set a bar, and that will have to include the level of playability, the level of clutter, snagginess,
Yeah.
cleanliness, the trade-off between
Lighting
details
and materials, and I mean the
Yeah.
whole 9 yards. And it was great because these guys got to come in and get a little preview of it.
They went nuts.
And
They were
they
all
did.
pretty
They
Their,
went
excited.
their
nuts.
reaction was fantastic, which I was really
It
disappointed.
was
I
funny
wasn't filming
because Rush saw it with Chris, and then he had me show it to a whole nother group of people, and then one of those people went back to Chris and had him show a whole nother group. So we ended up showing it to like all these different groups because it was just like spreading. Like, have you seen it? Have you seen it? Have you seen
Gotta
it?
go see it. Gotta
Which
see
was
it.
cool. But aside from that, if any of the guys who were here this weekend or gals would like to talk about the event and stuff, we would love to see any more pictures you had, any comments you had. Just
Yeah.
talk about it, right? We'd love to hear what you thought and what we can do better next
So a
time.
few good conversations I had with Paco too, one of the owned well guys. And
Yes, he's awesome.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy, and he promised to give me some CTF follow up too. So I'm
Oh,
looking
nice.
forward
Oh,
to
good,
that.
good, good,
Yeah.
good. I know that I think I saw a tweet that they may have already done a stream, so I'll check
cool.
into that. And yeah, guys, if you want to make a blog post or anything, we're happy to point people to it. We want to know that if you had a good time and what you liked, what you didn't like, so we can make these events better.
Was there any specific fallout in the map?
Fallout.
Yeah. Do you know if you're going to be making any changes just because of what we talked about this weekend?
Uh,
I know we're doing
some
stuff
of
for
that, yeah.
systems,
So
but I mean the maps themselves.
for a while now, I've been meaning to make some changes to dam and kind of remedy that midfield, and I basically had a little chat with Paco on the side of like, hey, look, this is what I'm planning on doing. And
Right,
we just
right.
kind of ended up, talking a little bit about what I had planned and what he thought about it, and so
Yeah.
probably get to that.
So what
somewhat
was wrong with
soonish.
the midfield?
It was a bit convoluted. I just got a little bit excited over I had too much fun building things.
Well, it's such a cool map. I love that outside. I love how you can kind of just curve yourself around and get
Yeah.
around in one or 2 minutes.
Basically, one of the big issues is that if you look at, I don't know, say flag room and base and midfield, and then the opposite mirrored version of that, it's kind of all same size
Yeah.
snippets. So what I'm going to end up doing or planning to do is basically take the bases, have them be their own unique little spaces, and then focus on one big midfield in the middle that is more of a, open space
A
that you
fightable
can track
space,
people. So
yeah.
it's about getting into the base and out of the base, fighting through the midfield, and then getting back
Right.
home, as opposed to people sort of disappearing in these evenly sized bite chunks, which hopefully should help make that map a lot more fun, because I really like how the flag room turned out. But yeah, the middle is questionable right now. So
And
definitely
we all
something
had a
I'm
great
aware
time
of.
playing CTF outside. That was-
Yeah, outside is great, and then we got to see 2 new maps, which I think both of them are in the build this week, or will be in the build this week. Did you check yours in?
So we did a little on Friday night when some of the guys were here. We did a little kind of sneak preview, I guess. I'm working on an asymmetrical CTF map, which that was really the first time that anybody's ever
Yeah,
actually
we had never
played it,
played it
touched it, whatever.
internally
So
yet,
it was
so-
completely, fresh experience. Which we don't have any of the actual framework in the game yet for allowing you to really switch sides or anything like that. So we kind of played under the assumption, hey, pretend you are on this team and you would switch, but you're not. So
Yeah.
just live with the fact that it's purposefully unbalanced because it's asymmetrical.
Yeah.
And it was kind of interesting, I actually made a few changes already just based on that one little session, like some obvious problems that jumped out. And hopefully if we get enough people together this week, we'll internally get to play test it a little bit more. And then once the actual system gets online for switching sides, we'll be able to push in the cook build. I don't foresee that being this week,
Okay.
But coming soon.
Yeah, and but I do think Nick
and
Nick
Nick's
put his
yes.
map in,
And that one's really fun too.
which
so-
is also we tested it for the first
which is
time.
funny
this
because I think
weekend.
he
It was really
I think he first checked it in on Thursday night or something like that. It was like the very, very first pass, so that's what people have been seeing in the cook build.
good. Oh,
until
nice.
now.
Okay,
But
so,
immediately after, he made a ton of changes and iterations
Yeah.
on it.
all
And
right,
it's
so
really-
if you have seen it,
yeah,
expect some updates.
people with GitHub access will be able to see what's
The,
up.
the
but
last
for
3 days,
everybody
that's all
else-
I've seen on his computers.
Yeah, which is good. I mean,
yeah.
he went to town on it. He spent a lot of time talking to Sid and
Yeah, it's a really fun map, and I think people will be
putting heads together, right?
happy with all the changes and improvements that he's made. So it's really a blast.
So cool.
All right. Well, don't forget to stop by the store and get your Unreal Tournament merchandise. It's epicgamesstore.com, and just click on Epic Gear. We also have a URL, I think, that Zach has that he'll post in the chat. Tune in tomorrow when the engine team will be talking about networking and also the Game Jam theme. So make sure you stop by tomorrow.
Oh,
Dana will
cool.
be there, and show off some other guests, John Pollard and Ryan Gurley, engine programmer and lead programmer. And I think that's all we have. Pete, please get well soon. We need you.
Oh, I'd missed it. When did the Muppet disappear?
I think he wasn't
He
feeling
ran
too
away.
good. Yeah.
He's like, I'm not Pete. So come back soon, Pete. We miss you. Feel better. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week.
See ya.